chest day, well, push day, but chest day, push day rather, because prioritizing chest isn't necessarily a good quality, but that's certainly what I'll be doing. In fact, I'm gonna hit it first, just to ensure that I'm giving it my all. Then I'm gonna do some shoulders. For chest, I'm gonna have some chest presses, maybe some incline chest presses. That's really all we can do though. Maybe some push-ups to warm up, but I'm no warming up kind of guy. Shoulders, we're gonna do definitely some strict presses, definitely some lateral raises. We might even do some rear raises, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's just nose dive right into this thing and enjoy. Time lapse, that concludes my chest portion. Right now, I'm feeling tight, and I couldn't do one push-up. I got on the ground and I was not actually able. It felt a little bit more of like a tricep reason that I couldn't do the push-ups, but I mean, still my chest is, I checked in the mirror and it's like red from like here to here, and the rest is Caucasian. So I think that's pretty good. So I'm gonna take some of the plates off those dumbbells, and I'm gonna hit some shoulders. I got 7 sets of lateral raises to failure. We're probably gonna do 25 for those. Now, I could do 35, which is what I was doing for chest presses and incline chest presses. But I think I wanna do some more reps rather than weight. So, yeah. And then I gotta do some, I think, 5 sets of shoulder presses to failure. And that'll conclude my workout. I've got a shaker with about 35-ish grams of protein in it. And yeah, so I'm gonna just do another time lapse. Although, if you were looking closely in the chest press / incline time lapse, you would have seen that my form was pretty impeccable. I mean, I went relatively deep, almost as deep as I could with some of those chest presses, and so I was feeling pretty confident about those. So you know, when you're working out, it's more about the stretch, and I want to emphasize this on back, but I mean any exercise in particular. Eccentric control, which is like negative, so let's say pull up. Oh man, I'm feeling beaten. I mean, I absolutely thrashed that one. I mean, that was a good exercise that I just did. Anyway, okay, so pull-ups. You pull up, it's important to control all the way down. So control eccentric motion. I could say that for chest presses too, but mainly for the stretch. And then when you get up top, it's more like it's not like you're going straight up. You're going straight up and in, so it's like a fly and a press almost, but not exactly. So stretch is important, and you know, the more stretch, the more you're squeezing out your muscles, like all the capability that you may have had, or let's just say your muscles capability will be far lower, and you'll know that you used up all your juice on that natural juice on all that exercising you just did. There's a not even heated debate, but you know, relative to what stance you should take when you're doing lateral raises. Now I'm a staggered stance kind of guy. I put my dominant foot forward and my recessive foot back and raise. Now, it's important that your arms aren't all the way extended, because that can hurt your something. And so, you know, it's good to have your arms bent a little bit. So it's like you go up like that rather than straight out, which hurts. And you can stand straight forward, bend over just a little bit, and raise like that. But I just don't do that. Okay, so mistake I used to make in the past was doing exercise frontal raises, which is like that. I used to do it too, or out like this, which is a great isolation exercise for your frontal delts. But some other exercises I would do were chest presses, presses of that nature. So, but lateral raises like that, and like strict presses, military presses, shoulder presses, they're gonna cause the same thing. So presses, this and this all hit your delts. This one isolates your frontal delts. This one activates your mid delts, which is, I'd say, primarily isolates your mid delts. This one is pretty much your mid and your frontal delts. Rear delts, you can ask. It's a good question. I actually looked them up. I was going to work out. So I'm going to do just like that. I'm just going to incorporate those in my next workout calendar. But in the meantime, I don't want to see anybody doing frontal raises because I learned from Jeff Newbert that they're actually, not really any more beneficial than strict pressing and or lateral raises. So yeah. That concludes my push day and or my shoulder session. And I'd like to say that my lateral raise form was a little bit iffy at times. And my strict press, I had to use a little bit of pop motion sometimes. And yeah, it's okay. So like, the best way I can describe it is like a battery. You've got 5.5 bars, so non-integer value, that's fine. 5.5 bars. You get down, so each bar represents one pull-up. I could do more than one pull-up in a row, but down to scale, down a couple scales rather. And so you do your first bar, you get rid of that, you do one pull-up. Second bar, one pull-up. One pull-up, one pull-up, one pull-up. Now you have half a bar left. And you're like, well, I can't do a pull-up. I might as well give up. But let's just say every time that you get this battery empty, the battery goes up. For the next time you want to fill it back up whenever you get enough energy. Now you have 6 bars ready instead of 5.5. Only if you can empty out the battery completely. So you get rid of that half, you're like, oh man, I can't do a full pull-up. I'll just do a partial rep. And then your battery's completely empty, which is what you want to do when you're working out. You want to get your battery completely empty. And so by doing that, now you'll be able to do 6 pull-ups next time your battery gets full. It's just kind of like how emptying your battery gives you strength. I'd say it was a pretty good workout. More of a good workout with chest. Shoulders I didn't feel particularly great about, but I did give my all to chest. That's okay. I'm gonna go check myself on the scale and I'll let you know how much I'm weighing in at. Okay, so I'm back from the scale. I'm at 156 right now, which is pretty good. I started the bulk at 145. That was at the start of November, and let's see, I've got about 7-ish weeks left of the bulk, depending on what I'm looking like at the end of February. And I'd say that's pretty good, 10 pounds so far. You know, we'd like a little bit more than that, but I mean, I'm on track to have a 20-pound bulk, which is not bad. So if I can keep on in this caloric surplus without running too much, I've got a 5K in March, and I think I'll start my training on March 1st, just so it doesn't interfere with the bulk too much. So I think I might have to stop the bulk at the end of February, and hopefully we'll be at 165 by then. I'm like 5'11", 165. It's pretty good. If I can keep it lean. I wouldn't mind a little bit of dirty bulk action. I know it's not good for you, but if you would catch my drift. Excellent workout. I skipped abs on Saturday. Boo-hoo. Cry about it. I was busy. I had dinner to celebrate my birthday. My birthday's tomorrow, but I celebrated it that Saturday with my family and friends. And yeah. And then I watched Blade Runner, and that was like a 3-hour movie, Blade Runner 2049. I didn't really understand it. But, so yeah, it was like midnight when I finished up, so who cares? I didn't hit abs. It's okay. I did my strict press standing up. That's enough core activation. I did a free weight chest press. It's better than that Smith machine crap. And yeah, so that's enough core activation for a couple of weeks. I'll try and hit abs and core next Saturday, or coming up Saturday. But yeah, it was a good workout. I'll see you on Wednesday for legs.